If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
Says Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league, and it isn't even close. Lucky for us, we've got 4 of the best quarterbacks in the league playing on Sunday. Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Big Ben Roethlisberger. Will,
yes.
You know who Max has the most faith in? Who do you have in the most faith in of the 4 that are playing on Sunday?
Well, I don't get distracted by shiny things. I don't have short-term memory. I'm not a prisoner of the moment, as apparently Max Kellerman is. I mean, the quarterback that I have the most faith in is the one that everyone should have the most faith in, because he's proven it over a long period of time, because he has the hardware, the statistics, every single objective metric to prove it. The quarterback you have the most faith in is Tom Brady. Now, I understand you have some personal beef with Tom Brady.
No personal beef?
Axe to grind.
No personal beef. I spit the truth.
You spit the truth by undercutting the greatest quarterback of all time.
I said he's the greatest quarterback of all time. How's that undercutting him?
Because you have prematurely put him into the retirement home, because you've prematurely anointed Aaron Rodgers over him.
One drive, you're down 5. You've got 80 yards to go, 2 minutes left. Are you going Brady or are you going Rodgers?
Oh, man, one drive?
One drive. 80 yards to go.
Oh.
TB12.
Oh, I'm going to go Tom. Because I've gotten beaten by Tom more times than I have Aaron in that same situation.
D'Angelo, take a little bit of time, because I haven't worked with you before in this type of environment. What is it like looking to the eyes of Tom Brady as a cornerback, and what is it like looking to the eyes of Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, looking in the eyes of Tom Brady, you look at him, but you kind of don't look at him because you don't want to make eye contact. You know what I mean? So you kind of look, and then as soon as he looks, you kind of turn away real quick. So, so you're not making eye contact, because you don't want Tom to know you're looking at him, because that means he's looking at you.
Right. And
he's probably going to go at you. And people, you don't want that. And the last time I faced Tom, he had a guy by the name of Randy Moss on his team. And, yeah, it made life very, very difficult. And so, I mean, to me, Tom is just he embodies what it is to be a professional quarterback.
Yeah.
Not the best athlete, but somehow he still, finds a way to beat guys with his mind. I like Aaron too, but I'm just taking Tom in this situation.
Yeah.
I'll go with Brady, because I saw 28-3, him come all the way back, and they had to make a drive, and he found a way in the biggest of games. I haven't seen Rodgers do it in the Super Bowl.
You are a prisoner of the moment of Aaron Rodgers. He's playing the game at a very, very high level. It has blinded you to the fact that it's in the same season that Tom Brady goes 28 touchdowns to 2 interceptions.
Whose record did he break?
Historical rate.
Whose record did he break?
Doesn't matter. It's broken.
Nick Foles' record.
It's broken.
He broke the great Nick Foles touchdown-to-interception
you have the moment.
ratio.
I have the statistics. I have the rings. And by the way, I have the intangibles. Read Ginny Vrensis this week in Sports Illustrated. What Tom Brady does, what makes him great, is that he'll listen to Bill Belichick. He'll subject himself to the butt chewing. He'll be just another guy on that team. And you know what that does? Force everybody on that team to be better.
You gentlemen are starting a franchise. Wouldn't that be so nice?
Yeah.
Just start a
absolutely.
franchise. Are you going with Brady or Rodgers as your franchise quarterback?
Who's going first?
I'm gonna go Brady.
Brady.
This was actually tougher than the first one, because if you're taking everything equal, a young Aaron Rodgers is much more athletic than a young Tom Brady. But I'm gonna just go financial on this, because what I've been hearing about Tom Brady is that he's been taking some pay cuts when it comes to making sure other guys around him get paid. The Patriots notoriously just don't pay guys anyway. Aaron Rodgers, he ain't cutting no corners when it comes to getting that paper. So
Brady's gonna give you a deal?
If I'm starting an organization, I want somebody that's going to work with me a little bit when it comes to that paper.
Knowing what we know, I'll take 5 Super Bowl championships over anything.
No, you can't do that.
Knowing what we know, if I'm starting a franchise, I want my Tom Brady.
Okay, take that off the table. Straight.
Hey, he's been in the NFL for
take it off the table.
18 years, and he's been doing it at a high level. He won an MVP at age 40. I'll take this guy. I'm allowed to.
We're saying start an organization with a 40-year-old? We're saying that these guys are young.
No, I think
if I can look into my crystal ball, and I could say I can get 5 Super Bowl rings, and a guy's going to win MVP at 40, thanks, I'll sign. I'm in.
Okay, all right.
It's not a search for relevance to rely on things that everyone can see, to hold up papers and rings and say, let me tell you something, this man's resume significantly, by the way, we're not talking a little bit, we're talking by a mile, significantly outrates another.
He's played twice as long.
When someone responds to me with, yeah, but this guy's more talented and he makes amazing athletic throws, I know, and people at home know, this one is over, I win. You have fallen on things things that cannot be rebutted.
And what I loved about Tom is as he became a household name, and this story where he had gotten a commercial offer, and he said, "Look, I will do this commercial as long as you put my offensive line in the commercial." And this was a chance for him to do something on his own, to make more money if it was just him on his own. But he wanted to make sure that those guys were coming up with him. In terms of dealing with the other players on the field, there's a selflessness to his approach in the sense that if you are open and in the right spot, I'm going to throw it to you. I don't care if you're Nick Wright and you got here today, or if you're a star. If you're in the right spot and you're open, I'm going to throw it to you. And if you're a star and you're in the wrong spot, I'm not going to throw it to you. And that takes a lot of discipline because it's not about his stats. It's not about, how he looks. It's about winning the game. And most guys can't deal with that. They can't deal with not being the guy.
Let's go back to the end of the second half. Aaron Rodgers had 3 shots to link up with Davante Adams. They'd have scored a touchdown. They blew it. They blew it. If Rodgers had passed more accurately, they would have scored a touchdown.
I think that no one has more arm talent than Aaron. Aaron can pretty much do anything with the ball. I feel like Tom Brady is precise, easier to play with. It was easier to play with Tom than anybody else. He makes the game easy, what he expects, where he wants you to be, where he's putting the ball. He does so many repetitions with you, mental reps, physical reps, walkthrough. He's always letting you know he communicates the best of what he expects. The communication between him and the receiver is on the highest level.
Aaron would rub his receivers the wrong way, where it would be hard to play with them. Basically, I think Martellus has said that. Aaron is not the best communicator. He doesn't always explain things in his simplest form. And I think Tom does a better job of communicating. I think Tom does a better job of, to make a long story short, Skip, I believe Tom Brady is a better teammate than Aaron Rodgers. And I think that's what Martellus is basically saying. He's a better teammate.
Did you just admit something there, Shannon?
Hey, Martellus is...
Okay.
Skip, you like I've always known that. Aaron can be tough. It's tough playing with those guys. It's not easy. It's a lot easier playing with a guy if he communicates. He lets you know where he wants you to be. You understand him. He understands you. That's a lot easier. You can stomach a lot of things. He's never going to put you in harm's way, and he's never going to show you up. And in turn, you're going to make sure you're always on your best behavior, and you're never going to do anything to try and show him up.
Remember how Brady responded? Took him right down the field and threw a touchdown pass. Now, what happened late in the game on the play you're talking about with LaFleur? You're trying to somehow shift the blame to LaFleur. Oh, he shouldn't have kicked the field goal. Yeah, he shouldn't have kicked the field goal. Of course, they should have gone for it. What happened on the previous play? Aaron Rodgers had daylight. He would have run it in for a touchdown. Worst case scenario for the Packers, they'd have got him on the 1-yard line. You know what would have happened? LaFleur would have gone for it. If they were on the 1-yard line, LaFleur, if it's 4th and goal, LaFleur goes for it. They weren't. Rodgers made a bad decision. Rodgers is better than Tom Brady in every single aspect of the game up until it matters most. And then Tom Brady's better than Aaron Rodgers. And that's why the Bucs are going to the Super Bowl, and in his entire career, Rodgers, who they won 13 games last year, is going to be the MVP this year, improved from last year this year. With the money on the line, didn't come through when Tom Brady did, and that's why the Bucs are going to the Super Bowl and the Packers aren't.
Again, I believe Brady's the greatest quarterback ever. I don't even think it's a debate, given what he's accomplished, how long he's done it, all of this stuff. But there is an element of, at least to me, I feel like Aaron Rodgers, you could have dropped him into almost any situation, and he would have shown you the high-level, Pro Bowl, Hall of Fame level talent.
I don't believe that, because you forgot the time that he sat. Aaron was very immature. You go to a junior college with that type of arm talent, you go to a junior college for a reason. Now, people haven't asked Aaron, well, what happened when you're in California? What happened in high school? Why didn't you go to some other big school compared to going to a junior college? And that time he was able to sit, 5 years, right?
Three full years behind Brett. Are you talking about just in the pros?
Yes.
3 full years behind Brett Favre.
That right there is invaluable. You can't say a guy didn't play. You can't say, well, what if we put him in Dallas then with Troy? Could he go 1-15 like Troy Aikman? and then still have the same type of career? Because they tried to end Troy Aikman's career, but no, sir. He was going to be a great player regardless. So I don't believe that. He has arm talent, but I don't believe you can just drop him in any situation, because that 3 years to sit behind Brett was pretty special.
He's a 6-time champion. He's been to 9 Super Bowls. The dude's record, his play in the clutch, which Molly could articulate just as well as anybody, okay, is well chronicled. You sit up there and take the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left because you want your defense to prevent Tom Brady from getting a first down. Not driving down the field for a tying touchdown. Not driving down the field needing a field goal. All he needed was a first down. And you're going to sit up there and hand Tom Brady the ball back when all he needs is a first down? Do you have any idea how dumb that is on Matt LaFleur's part?
I agree.
Well, when you have the success that Brady had so early, only thing else matters. So what else is there, Skip? You've already climbed Kilimanjaro and Everest. Mm-hmm. In your first 4 years, you had 3 Super Bowls. So what the hell else is there to play for? Ain't no Pro Bowl, no All-Pro better than that.
And he did it. He's going back to the Super Bowl. He bested Montana. Montana, who was 4-0 in Super Bowls, 13 touchdowns, no interceptions. And then, he has Jerry Rice, and he's in a great system. He goes to Kansas City, takes him to the AFC Championship game. Brady did one better. He goes to the NFC, goes to the Bucs, and takes them to the Super Bowl by beating Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers on the road. Brees, after losing to Brees and his team twice. And Aaron Rodgers is the MVP. And he goes on the road and beats them by outplaying them when it counted. I talked about Aaron Rodgers just now. Drew Brees also. Fourth quarter, what's going to happen? Tie game. We know what's going to happen. Brady ain't going to mess it up. He was amazing. He's been amazing. When I say he's had a full Hall of Fame career since I made the Cliff prediction, I just got to give it up. If from the moment I made the Cliff prediction, it's been 5 seasons, any quarterback who ever lived had a 5-year career and they said, okay, I'm going to hang it up, and did what Brady just did. 4 Super Bowl appearances. Playing the way he's played, only 1 season really where he wasn't great. He was only okay at the last season in New England, which it does appear now was because of what everyone was saying, lack of weapons. Because when you gave him weapons, he was great when he needed to be. He proved that not only is he the greatest of all time, but in fact, he's been better than Aaron Rodgers, which I never thought was the case. If you have the requisite arm strength, then in fact, what it turns out is decision-making and leadership are the most important things at the quarterback position. We've seen it with Brady, Tom, and again, it was important for him to do it without Belichick. I don't care how stacked the Bucs were. He just did it. I stand down. He is the GOAT and the BOAT and everything else.
But who's more valuable, Rodgers or Brady?
I have to go with Brady.
I know what you're going to say. I got to hear this breathe.
You're going to say that Rodgers has the stronger arm. He could throw it from anywhere in the pocket. But when it comes down to it, Brady can make those same throws. It may not be as fast getting there, but it's going to get there. Okay. I've seen him throw a ball and throw a man open that it should have been something that might have been picked off because he just didn't do exactly what he needed to do then. Right. Mm-hmm. And again, the man has 5 Super Bowls. He got 8 Super Bowl appearances. If you want to say who's more valuable to the actual franchise, I would have to say it was Rodgers.
Okay, but
they haven't won without him. The Patriots. But you asked me who is the most valuable, period, and I'm going with Tom.
That's it. Period. End of story.
I love Tom. Tom's one of my good friends. And example on Tom, we're getting ready to play the AFC Championship against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they ain't stand a chance because of this night. The night, we were having night meetings because we played that night, and all the coaches leave, and Tom stands up in front of the team. And in that moment, he said a compliment for every single guy on the team that meant something from that guy actually as a person and a player, from scout team to Gronk. He knew every single player, what they have been doing, how they're developing, what they're getting better at. And I'm in there like, I've never seen anything like this. Like,
It was no great rah-rah any given Sunday speech, Al Pacino, anything like that. It was like.
But it meant something to everyone.
Every single player was different.
The depth for which he knew the team, it was like Belichick, who happened to be your quarterback.
Yes, and then he's just a fun guy to be around. Like, he's not a guy where he's sponsored by Tom Ford and Aston Martin. Most guys like that, you feel like you can't hang out with, right? Yeah. But Tom is a great guy. He's the type of guy you want to have a beer. He might not drink beer, but if you want to have I don't drink beer either, but he's a guy you want to have a cup of coffee. He probably drinks avocado coffee. But
we took one sentence and ripped the hell out of the guy. He just doesn't strike me as you see someone like Gronk, then you see Brady. I mean, does he have a sense of humor? Has he ever played a practical joke on you? Does he, can you really full on laugh with him? Because you know how prepared he is, but could he loosen up and unbutton a little bit?
He is loosen up and unbutton. He's just a fierce competitor, right? Mm-hmm. When he's on the field, he's competing, but in the huddle, he's one of the best guys to be in the huddle with because he had fun, but his idea of fun is like kicking your ass. That's his fun. That's how we go out there and dominate, and he loves to dominate, and that's fun.
I mean, Tom Brady is a superstar.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day. Thanks for watching.